Welcome to the Hawthorne Studio. Today's DIY will be how to edit your product photography in Lightroom in order to achieve a bright and airy aesthetic. For this demonstration, we will edit this product photo taken with a cell phone camera. We will transform it from this to this. Let's get started. The first step is to download the free mobile Lightroom app for either a tablet or your cell phone. Both will work. I will be editing on a tablet, so my screen may look a little different if you are using a cell phone. The tools and steps will be the same. Next, open up the app. At this point, you may be asked to sign up or to subscribe. This is completely optional and not needed to use the features on the app. Look for all the Photos options to select your photo. Once selected, let's go over the tools. The first icon will be your basic adjustment tools. If you are using a mobile app, this will be the light, color, effects, detail, optics, and geometry option on the bottom of your screen as shown. Next, we will have the presets option. Presets is the bread and butter of editing photos and the major reason why Lightroom is a superior mobile app for editing. You can think of presets as another word for filters, but is so much more and 100% customizable. Presets can come from different vendors, and you normally have to purchase them from photography artisans who create these amazing filters for professional photography. The presets I personally use are from jannabishop.com, also known as jbcpresets.com. This is what I personally use in all of my product photography on my Instagram. The two presets I use from Jana Bishop include the Designer Home collection, as well as the Laporte collection. Designer Home is great for bright and airy looks, whereas Laporte is going to give you a more stylized look that is not true to tone but aesthetically beautiful. I use both. If you are looking for a cheaper option, then I also suggest presets from wildpresets.com. I use these presets exclusively for months before moving over to Jana Bishop's presets. Presets is the key to great product photography. It will harmonize your photos and make even cell phone photos look professional. It is a worthy investment and will help bring your photographs to the next level. You can find cheaper presets online. I have tried most of them and have spent hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on different presets. But these two websites, Wild Presets and JBC Presets, are my top favorites. If you purchase your presets from any of the vendors, they will provide instructions on how to download them to your Lightroom app. Follow the manufacturer's instructions, and let's go ahead and move on. The next few buttons on your Lightroom app will be the Crop Tool, Healing Tool, and the Selective Tool. The Selective Tool will be your most used tool in this tutorial, so become familiar with it. If you select the Selective Tool, it will indicate a plus sign on the corner of the screen. Select the plus sign. It will give you three options, which will include a paintbrush, a circular tool, and a gradient tool. We will focus on the selective paintbrush and the gradient tool for today's tutorial. Let's get started on transforming your photograph. The first step is to select a preset. Run down your saved presets and choose the one that looks the best for your image. This will be the foundation of your image editing, but not the final look. So don't worry if it doesn't look completely optimal yet. The great thing about presets is that we can make any adjustments as needed to make the photograph beautiful. Once you have the preset selected, press Done. Go to your light option and adjust any lighting issues. At this point, you can also edit the colors of your photo. I feel like this photo has too much pink and a warm undertone, so I'm going to adjust these sliders to decrease it. Only adjust a little bit at a time until you find the perfect fit for your photo. Next, the star of the show, the Selective Tool. We will start with the Gradient Tool first. As you can see, the Gradient Tool has a red highlight indication. This is letting us know where the tool is being used. Place it over the area you want to adjust separately from the rest of the photo. This is how we can keep the rest of the photo sharp and crisp, but we can only adjust pockets of the photo that we want adjusted. For example, the corner of this photo is a little dark, so I want to adjust it with the Gradient Tool. At this point, you can adjust the highlighted areas, colors, lightness, and effects. I'm going to decrease the shadows and blacks. If you notice, doing so also washed out my candle, so I'm going to take the Eraser tool and erase the red highlight from my candle. It will convert the erased area back to the original, but keep the other areas highlighted with the edits we've previously done. Press Done when finished. Next, we need to adjust the shadows on the flowers. They look a little dark and unrecognizable, so you will have to go ahead and use the Selective Tool Paintbrush tool to decrease the shadows and darkness intensity again. Just paint over the areas you want to be adjusted. Press Done to save. I'm going to repeat this process in all of the areas that have intense shadows. I'm going to work on the candle tops next, and then move on to the blanket. I'm going to use the gradient tool once again for the bottom portion of the photo and decrease the shadow and darkness intensity. This will wash up my photo and labels, but I'm going to follow up by using the eraser tool to remove the highlighted areas from the portion of the photo that became washed out. Lastly, I'm going to highlight the labels more to decrease the shadow overcast. Now that the shadows are taken care of, I need to make more adjustments to the gold in the photo, which looks a little washed out and not as intense as it is in real life. I'm going to take the selective tool and use the paintbrush option to highlight the gold areas, and from here I'm going to adjust the colors by increasing the warmth and increasing the saturation. Press Done to save. Lastly, we need to fine-tune some of the sharpness in the photo. This is optional, but I like a detailed photo. I'm going to highlight the photos in spray bottles and increase the texture and clarity for a sharper image. Be frugal with this tool because over-sharpening can look tacky. Press Done to save. If you choose to hold down on the image, you can see the before and after. To save the image, look for the up arrow, select Export As. Make sure your settings is set to JPEG, largest available dimensions, and 100% image quality. Press the check mark to select Save Image. This will normally export it to your photo gallery. And that is how I achieved a photo that went from okay to Instagram worthy. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below. For more DIY tutorials for small businesses, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, loves!